I began Tune Yards as a solo project, so my role now is band leader, I guess. I transformed it from me using all these looping pedals and drums and vocals and ukulele all by myself, and finally had a bit of wisdom that other people would make my job a bit easier. Right now it's 2 saxophones, and then Nate Brenner plays bass, and he usually is involved in some of the writing too.
What's the boy to do if he'll never be a gangster? Anger in his heart, but he'll never be a gangster.
Nate and I met working at an arts camp together, so he was teaching music and I was teaching puppetry. And we just sort of, had a musical friendship for a while, and eventually I decided that I really needed bass as part of Tune Yards.
Bang, bang, boy, never move to my hood, 'cause danger is crawling out the wood. Bang, bang, boy, never move to my hood, 'cause danger is crawling out the wood. Bang, bang, bang.
Gangsta was the first time that I had edited, I guess, something that felt like more of what my role was as a director, of editing footage. A lot of the footage was from our, being on the road on tour, because that was so much of what 2011 was for us.
There's a freedom in violence that I don't understand, and like I've never felt before.
The way that I start writing songs is usually a combination of sounds and ideas. So, for instance, Gangsta felt very much one piece, that it was boom ba 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 boom ba boom ba 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 boom ba 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 boom ba boom ba ba ba, and whoa, whoa. It was all those things at once, and it was me writing in an apartment that was in a neighborhood where there had been gang activity starting to brew, and some police conflicts starting to brew as well. So that is actually the most effective way for me to write a song, is if the sounds and the melodies and everything, the textures of the sounds are really integrated with the sentiment or the idea behind the song.
Now that everything is gonna be okay, now that everything is gonna be alright. What if baby I cannot see the sound? What if baby I cannot hear the light?
It's very true that the visuals associated with music can really influence people's perception of the music itself. The Bizness video was really the brainchild of Mimi Cave, the director. And she and I did work on a lot of these things together, because I tend to be very uncomfortable with someone else making a visual representation of my music. Sure, you can call me a control freak, but what can I be other than a control freak about my art?
I said, ooh.
What's wonderful about what I do, I think, is that I can, under the umbrella of being a musician, I can explore all these other art forms in a way that just feels very free and open and organic, to coin a phrase. I mean, to use an overused phrase. But it feels like they all really weave in and out of each other pretty naturally.